Sometimes I feel like this leaf, green and just beginning to ripen and mature, but swept by the wind too soon to the sidewalk, so that I'm not able to fully mature into my rich autumn colors. It's a funny feeling. It's a feeling of having not fulfilled all my potential. And, I suspect that it's not an uncommon feeling. But that just sort of struck me as I was looking at it. I thought, wow, it's so beautiful. But it hadn't even had a chance to completely burst into its robust colors. One time, during one of my darkest times, actually, I had the most amazing dream about the most beautiful, fiery autumn tree that I've ever seen. And that dream gave me vision and hope and life to carry on and to push. And what it told me was that my best time was still ahead of me, because we start to feel old when we're young. It's kind of ridiculous. You turn 30 and you think, oh my God, it's all over now. Well, it's not. Trust me. My best decade was, I believe, between probably 33 and 43. That's when I went back to school. Or maybe later than that, 37 and 47. Honestly, I went back to school and finished an undergraduate at 37, and I had so much to bring to the table. But that did rip open some trauma for me, and a lot of stuff that I had to work through. And so it was during this time that I was coming into confrontation, I think, with my self-perceived limitations and the things that had been projected into me from, we all come from something, and sometimes it's not always very nurturing. So we all have things that we have to deal with and work through. And I really like to work with my dreams, and I really encourage anyone to do the same. I believe that, there's all kinds of weird noises happening around me. So I kind of wanted to just talk about how movement is something you can always turn to when you're stuck. Because feeling like that green leaf, feeling like I still just haven't done what I'm supposed to do. I haven't become what I'm supposed to. And some of it could be missed opportunities that I'll never get back, and some of it could be things that I can certainly still salvage. And so I'm just trying to work through that, and I want to relate that to everyone's journey. As we age, we have to deal with some inevitable losses, things that probably are lost to us forever. But for everything that we do choose, we give things up anyway. So I think that very often we idealize what we think we haven't done. And I kind of want to not do that. I mean, I really want to not do that. And I want to share that and just sort of offer that as something that you can share with me, and that we may talk about together and that I think is fairly universal, clearly. But one of the things that I find when I'm frozen, when I'm stuck, when I'm in a rut, is that I can move my body. And it doesn't take a lot, but even a little, 10 minutes a day, can shift something in you and remind you that you are a lot more powerful than you think you are. And just bringing us back to gratitude, which I think the reason that I dwell on that so much is because it's hard for me. It's really easy for me to see the glass half full, half empty. Yeah, it's easy for me to go down a dark trajectory, a rabbit hole. And so gratitude has been very medicinal for me, and I have to remind myself a lot. And so when I'm reminding you, I'm reminding me. And I think that by working through our body and treating our body as the really truly sacred vessel that it is, and conditioning it and celebrating it and living in it playfully, that we can maybe move some of the trauma through. There are therapies that I haven't really tried, somatic therapies like rolfing and things like that I've not had done to me. I've heard that it's uncomfortable, but I'd certainly be willing to give it a try. I think that one of the things most important is sweating, getting your heart rate up just enough to get a little bit of a sweat, and just moving. I mean, yeah, because it gets your blood flow going, it challenges your mitochondria, it delivers oxygen to all your tissues, and it helps move lymph as well, so remove toxins. And the other thing that I'm finding myself doing is just contemplating, just staring at the trees in my courtyard, and I'm watching the squirrels. The squirrels climb these trees, and it's like a network of their little houses. Well, actually, I think I'm going to show you in a minute here some of the birds' nests that hopefully you can see. They're huge. Tree branches in winter are one of my favorite things. They're just so beautiful. They look like neurons, don't they? It's like a huge brain. And look at that tree. These trees, they bend toward the sunlight. They're reaching for the setting sun. And I guess maybe that's what I'm doing. I'm reaching for the setting sun and trying to soak in as much of it as I can, so that I can deepen and fulfill all of my potentials. And finally become that rich, beautiful, ripe, fiery autumn leaf.